What's going on? What's going on? Hello, 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 hello. What's going on? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? What's going on, y'all? What's going on, y'all? I'm gonna give some people some time to get in here. I am looking between two cameras. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. How y'all doing, y'all? What's going on? Maybe be surprised to a lot of y'all, you know, what's going on. I know it's all good. And I gotta clear some stuff up. I need to reintroduce myself as well, because my passion, those who know me know that I'm very, very, very passionate person. Those who know me really know that when I come not to argue. I come not in no spirit of such. I really only am so passionate and have been through so much that I hate to see others make some of the same mistakes, or because God has given me such a inherent love for people. The ministry of Jeremiah. I mean, it's right there for you on Instagram, Jeremiah Spirit. The power of your words, I just posted about that the other day too as well. The power of your words are very, very strong. Subconsciously, I did not know that a lot of the things that I was going through was because I had named myself Jeremiah Spirit. Hello, hello, y'all. How y'all doing? And because of me audibly saying and speaking out Jeremiah Spirit. Now, mind you, I did hear the Lord say that in a conference in the Poconos. Shout out to my brothers who have passed on and are right next to him right now. Devon and Dewan Murphy. We went to the Poconos with Ty Tribbett. In the midst of that conference, what's going on, Savitra, baby girl, what's going on, baby? In the midst of that conference, I did hear him say Jeremiah. But I entered through the name. I entered through the call, and I then named myself. That's when I first started and created an Instagram name, and I called myself Jeremiah Spirit. Now, mind you, I have been telling myself for years I was going to read the book of Jeremiah so that I could familiarize myself with his spirit, okay? And little did I know, self-conscious, how y'all doing, what's going on? Little did I know that I was literally living out the life of Jeremiah, not understanding my prophetic gift at times and how the Lord was speaking to me. I'm warding it off and stuff like that. So, yeah, this is, as you may know, I just spilled some tea, as they would say, these new words we got going on across social media, spilling the tea, stuff like that. So, and what's so crazy is I'm spilling my own tea, you know what I'm saying? And it's raised a lot of eyebrows. It's brought a lot of people out of the woodwork. And I just need to do some clarifications for my family's sake, for my mother's sake, and for the sake of the ministry that I'm walking into, okay? So I'm going to give people a couple more minutes to walk in real quick, try to tap in real quick. And if you do not know, I did post a post about my HIV status. I am 40 years old. I've been living with HIV for 26 years, which means that I was diagnosed at 16. This is not a clout-chasing moment. It has been something that was something that my mother and I said that we were going to take to the grave. My mother, my aunt, we said that we were going to take it to the grave. However, God saw he saw something else. He saw something different. He saw something better. What the enemy meant for evil, God turns around for good. And I honestly can't even say that, that was even the situation and scenario there either, because we often give the enemies way too much credit. Okay? We often give the enemy way too much credit. We give him too much credit. The enemy has no power. The only thing that he can live off and survive off of is our words, and off of the patterns that we continue to walk into because he has a diary that he's taking notes on, and he's only using those same things over and over again to pull us and remind us of our past. Okay? He has no power. Colossians 2:15. God disarmed him of that, created a hell, space in hell for him. That's where him and his minions are going to reside. And all they can do is infiltrate spaces and places and people. That's why the Bible says we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against spirits and principalities in high places. So, yeah. I also need to make a correction on my delivery. My delivery. If I'm going to walk in this ministry, I can't be so passionate to the point to where I'm losing the people that I'm called to. Okay? Now, there is a reason behind my passion, because I don't want to see you fail. I don't want to see you hurt. I don't want to see you go through the same thing that I went through. So there is a method to the madness. However, I've received messages on, or just even when I'm talking to my friends, like, they be like, okay, whoa. So sometimes we got to look, you know what I'm saying? Like my pastor said the other day. It was so good. You can't read the label from inside the bottle. You can't read the label from inside the bottle, so sometimes you got to step outside the bottle and look, see what's going on. So, yeah, that's exactly what's been going on. So this is going to be my PSA. What's going on? How y'all doing? I'm about to hop back into this real quick because I'm not going to be long at all. I just felt the need, not the need to respond, but the need to clarify. Once again, not the need to respond, not the need to clap back, but the need to respond. It brought up some people who have not called my mother, and I believe that was the greatest tug on my heart. That I'm the one spilling the tea about me having HIV, and y'all calling harassing her, or not harassing, but calling her. And some of y'all have not spoken, and there still was the lewdness of not even being forthcoming. So it came across very disingenuous. And I'm not speaking to you personally. I'm speaking to the spirit of discord, distracting those away from what the real purpose behind why it is that I'm telling my business the way that I am. Okay? So, I'm going to use this as a teaching and educational moment. I am going to use this as a time to clarify and apologize to my mother and my aunt publicly. I am just to clarify who Travis Wells is as the prophet, who Travis Wells is as the teacher, who Travis Wells is as the young man who held in a secret that literally killed him. Almost killed him mentally. Okay? There's nothing like a mother's love. Okay? There was no malicious intent. There was only to protect me. That's why the greatest fear in the black community, with their children being homosexuals or living that lifestyle, is what the world is going to think or how the world is going to treat them. And my mother did not want that to be me. Okay? So we're going to clarify, we're going to clear some things up. And so this is a spoken PSA, a prophetic response. And if I had to title the text, yeah, I'm flowing in that spirit in that way. I got to. This would be called the power in the prefix, dis. You know how back in the day we had diss tracks or diss records, and that was a big, you dissing her, you dissing him. You know what I'm saying? That actually comes with a spirit behind it, and people don't truly know and understand the etymology behind the word. If you don't know what etymology is, it's basically the history, the prefix, the tone, what the word truly means. Okay. All right. So I'm about to just hop into this thing real quick. All right, here we go. So grace and peace to you all, family. Once again, Today's message is not a clapback. That's not what this is, okay? It is a clarity call. Once again, this is not a clapback. Family, I love y'all. Friends, I love y'all. Those who genuinely reached out and had questions or wanted to know what was going on, thank you. Appreciate it. Love you. You know what I'm saying? All is well. Me and my mama been good. We good. My mama's my best friend, for real. So, yes, this is not a clapback. This is a clarity call. Because when the enemy can't kill what God has called, he'll try to confuse some stuff and what God is really and truly trying to construct, okay? Last night, after my recent post about my HIV diagnosis, I went live, and a lot of old phone calls started to ring. A lot of silence suddenly broke, and a lot of people started to act. What's going on, Tima? I see you over there shining with all them babies. God bless you. God bless you. Yes. But hear me clearly. I want y'all to hear me clearly. This is not for the drama. Once again, this is not for the likes. This is not for the follow. I have finally decided to accept my call to walk in God's prophetic anointing to bring people home and out of the lifestyle of homosexuality. And I get it. If this is not your bout, if that's not what you want to do, that's fine. That's cool. Stay comfortable, complacent where you are. This is not, once again, that's not no dig to nothing or nobody else. That's not what I'm here to do. I only can be obedient. In truth, you can't spell truth without hurt. Believe me, I know that firsthand. Truth stands for taking revelational understanding to heal. Okay? But hear me clearly. This is not about drama. It's about deliverance. This isn't for the exposure. It's about the education. All right? And this isn't about pain. It's about my purpose and me walking in divine purpose. Me walking in divine alignment, staying on assignment. We know that I say that in my intro in all of my videos. My name is Maxx Major. I can start with that. You know that it's from God and of God when it's not just for you. My tagline used to be, Maxx Major, well, my name is your name too, because the Maxx stands for maximizing purpose and potential. The major stands for nothing is minor with God, it's always major. So we have to look at that in the same instance. This ain't no minor feat. This ain't about no clapback. This ain't about who said what and who was disingenuous and none of that. That's not what this is about. This is about the education of something major happening. Me being able to reach out to a people, a person, if just one person, who could not find and navigate their way through homosexuality, who could not navigate and find their way through being or diagnosed with HIV, because that's a big thing. It's a real big thing. And because, for a long time, I stayed at the front of the church. I stayed at the front of the church. And the church had no words. They just want to lay hands, either kick you out the church, lay hands on you, throw oil on you, or just pray about it, And there was no real leading in direction. There was no real love behind that. So I totally understand the affirming churches. I understand the mindset behind it. However, we have to understand that when we get into our word, when we begin to love on God, when we begin to create that intimacy, that his presence changes. His word is his word, and we can't add or take nothing from it. So that is that. I'm not even going to talk about that no more, okay? All right, so first, once again, I have to address two things. In my video, I said that I was adopted, okay? It was me speaking fast. That's one of those things that I was talking about where people said, you got to watch your delivery. You got to watch your delivery. So the real situation is my mother did not give me up for adoption. I was inside of my own family. It was to her older sister. Okay. My Aunt Linda had guardianship over me from the ages of 4 to 15. Okay. Now, what I will say, that did not negate what I felt on the inside at times. Okay. However, my mother was always there. You know what I'm saying? It was one phone call away. There was never the insinuation that my mama was not doing her job. Because if you ask me, that was the best thing that she could have done for me. So for anybody who tries to have a side eye towards Lou Anita Harris, you can stop. Anybody who had questions about what was going on, and see the thing that I will say in my all transparency that bothered me is the people that were calling were family members, and it was like y'all knew that I stayed with my Aunt Linda. So where is this, once again, what I felt to be crazy work of the questions and the coming out of the woodworks? Okay, understand that? But then you have to understand things are not in the natural. We have to understand, once again, I opened up saying we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities. That was not them. The enemy was trying to use them to distract me from continuing on in confidence and believing God for what he said that he was going to do through this. Okay? Distractions to disappoint me, to sow discord between me and my family. Enemy, I'm putting you on notice. That's not going to happen. Me, my mom, and my auntie, we good. If you don't know nothing about the Wells family, we tighter and white like right on rice. You hear me? And that's what's so great about even the guardianship process, because we were that tight. So I didn't go nowhere. That could have went a whole nother way. You know? So yeah. First to my mother and my aunt, to the two women God used to shape me, steady me, and love me when the world didn't know how. I honor you both publicly. I didn't think it was going to be like this. But anyway, there is no bitterness. There is no blame, okay? Only the blessing in all of this. I said it best this morning. My process, though it has been crazy, up and down, it's been so rewarding. And I think that is the problem that people don't wait out to see. Just like the scripture that says, ask, seek, and knock. If you look at the Passion translation, my passion itself, the word persistent comes in there, which means an ongoing thing. And you can't stop asking. You can't stop knocking. You can't stop seeking. Basically resigning or giving up. You can't do it. You have to wait for the reward. Because there is promise. God will not allow his word to falter or fall to the ground. We, as in our humanness, want to appease and please and feed our flesh. So because we're not being appeased, because we're not being validated, we thus move on and we look for affirmation in man, validation in man, and not waiting on the true acceptance of God, Christ the King. Okay? Now, for clarification, once again, when I said that I was adopted, I spoke from my truth between the ages of 4 to 15 when my aunt truly had guardianship. Once again, let's clarify that. My mama ain't throw me. I'm not a Brenda's baby. That's not a diss to that. I'm not saying, but that's not my story. She made the best decision that she could for me at that time, for herself at that time, and guess whose house I'm in now? At 40 years old. She's still taking care of me at 40 years old. So we can cut that up, rip that up, tear that up, and throw it out the window. Me and my family are good. We good. Okay? And not to mention she's my best friend and I love her deeply. But let's be clear, my mother is my mother and I love her deeply. If those words cause offense or confusion, I take full accountability and I apologize once again publicly to both my aunt and my mother. Because this is not about dishonor. This is about healing. This is about healing. What's up, Uncle Stevie? Okay. Now, I come in love, y'all. We must understand this. We must understand this. To the family members and so-called friends who haven't called in who God knows how long, but suddenly became journalists overnight. I just put to rest what happened between my mother. There was no adoption. My auntie just had legal guardianship. And I'm 40 years old and I live with her now. She's still taking care of me. So there's nothing to say there. Okay? If your curiosity outweighs your compassion, your interest in this conversation is misaligned. Okay? Once again, I'm not saying that I blame you, because once again, I understand the tactic of the enemy, because I'm warring for my family. So you don't see the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, where I'm speaking in tongues 3 and 4 hours a day, where I'm causing so much ruckus in the kingdom of darkness that he's upset. So it was for people to come out the woodworks, ask questions. It was for them to sow what I titled this text: discord, distraction, disappointment. But see, God turns it around for the good, because now I get to teach. That word "dis" means to separate. Okay? That's not what you're gonna do, enemy. You've been put on notice. You've been put on notice. You've been put on notice. If you're calling everyone but me, I'm the one who said I got HIV. Why y'all calling my mama? Once again, you gotta understand that it's for the discord. It's for the distraction. It's to cause a ruckus, a muck. To have everybody worried about everything else except for the purpose in which you think that I really wanted to have y'all thinking, judging, and no. I got to do what God say. I got to do what he hate. And even for years, I did it because I wanted to protect my mother. I wanted to protect this story. I wanted it to protect that. But I can't protect them and heal at the same time. I can't do that. Okay? So if you're calling everybody but me, then your intent is not to comfort. It was to collect information. The devil loves information. The enemy loves information, because he can go back, write it down in his diary, lay low for a minute, and then bring it back and whisper it in somebody's ear later on to cause discord and confusion later on at a later date. It's not always immediate. Okay? It's not always immediate. So once again, I warn you all about when you speak, because both heaven and hell are recording. Okay? And the devil has no power. All he has is the juice and the words that we say audibly, and the cycles that we keep ourselves in, to use those things to keep us in those cycles, to keep us apart, to keep us in disappointment. There's an appointment, a divine appointment that you're supposed to have with God. But if you stay in the gossiping realm, if you stay in the backstabbing and all of that stuff, then you're disappointing both yourself and God, because you're missing the appointment that he has for you. Okay? So I'm not mad. I'm just now, I'm mindful, I'm aware of what's really going on, okay? Because gospel is the devil's favorite group chat, but grace is the believer's greatest defense. I'm going to say that one more time. Because gossip is the devil's favorite group chat, but grace is the believer's greatest defense. All right, so now this is my teachable moment. I get to be a teacher. That's what he's been pricking, prying, and pruning me to do all this time anyway. So let's talk about it. Because the Spirit of God told me to do it. Yeah. This is this season for many. All right? Especially the time that we're living in, everyone is being so disconnected because of the food stamp issue, because of the leader of this country and some of the choices and decisions that he's making. So instead of us being attentive, instead of us being vigilant, instead of us being on top of making sure we love our loved ones, making sure that we're preparing like the ant and getting ready for what's to come. What's going on? Love you, big cuz. What up, Nate? Then we're He sows this confusion. He sows this discord. He sows the distraction. Okay? So the prefix dis in Latin means to separate. In the Greek root, it means dia, which means to divide apart. So every time you hear the prefix dis, you hear the enemy's pattern. Once again, this is a dis season for many. I am calling you out of the dis season. Stop disconnecting. Reconnect with your family. Stop sowing discord and get on one accord. Stop being disappointed and meet the appointment. Okay? We got to fight the enemy with what he's using against us. He's using our words, the word, against us. Life and death are in the power of the tongue. I just told you the devil really has no power. He only works off the juice that we give him. Disease, what I have, what you would like to call it, whatever, however you want to see it. Because I'm healed in my mind, body, and spirit, so I don't even know what y'all talking about. This, like I said, I'm going across the panel, so my mind is aligning with heaven. Because I can't go to meet my Creator. Do you know that you can't be sick in heaven? There's a legality issue there. There's no sickness there. There's none of that there. So you can get healing here. What does it say in the Lord's Prayer? Your kingdom come. See, we're so disconnected. Come on, Holy Ghost. We're so disconnected. We stay in anxiety. We stay in the realms of depression. We go to these doctors and we get all, instead of going to the true physician, Jehovah Rapha. This is good to me. I now understand the positive side of slowing down. I understand the positive side of not rushing, because he speaks different. So thank you all for your correction. All those who corrected me in my passion, just know that that's all it was. Okay? Dis-ease, to separate you from ease or peace. Look at that word. Next time y'all go look at the word dis-ease. That's how you spell a disease. But just take the dis out in front of it, and then you have what? Ease. Distraction, to pull you from traction, from your grip on purpose. That's what a distraction is. Take the dis away, then you regain your traction. Then you get your footing again, your ground, your boots on the ground. Boots on the ground. Yeah. Come on now. Disappointment. To separate you from divine appointment. Y'all know that word divine. That means that's coming from above. Not down below. Not man-made. Not fleshy. Disconnection, to pull you from community. Me and my family, I put a charge on my cousin who on here right now. Because I'm going to speak about my girl Sierra. Our parents on their way up out of here. We got to reconnect. Oh, perfect segue, because my God is the God not of dis, but the God of re. My God restores. My God redeems. My God reconnects. My God revives. I'm going to say it one more time. My God is not the God of dis. My God is the God of re. He restores. He redeems. He reconnects. He revives. And he's doing it right here, right now, through my obedience to tell the truth. Truth, once again, you know that God works for me in acronyms. Taking revelational understanding to heal. Because I'm not just healed in my body, I'm healed in my identity. Okay? Family, the confusion ends here. Friends, the confusion ends here. Let's move from discord. Here we go. Let's move from discord to reunion. Let's say it one more time. Let's move from discord to reunion. The same devil that divided us is terrified of us when we unite. And to my cousin, Dr. Sierra Chambers. And to my cousin, Dr. Sierra Chambers, thank you for reaching out with grace, maturity. Tonight I honor you. That call healed something deep in me because, you know, me and you, we was real cool back in the day. We even had a couple of fights. Used to throw slanderous words. Oh, you gay. You know, we used to do that to each other a long time ago. So thank you. The devil didn't like that conversation. Me and her, I ain't talked to that girl and I came maybe like 9 years. I posted that. She went straight to the source and she called me. When I tell you that girl called me at 10 o'clock, we didn't get off the phone until maybe 1:30 in the morning. Reunion, reconnection, revival. Again, that call healed something deep in me. It showed me that family in faith, what family in faith looks like. To the public, to those who are listening, take this moment to be as if it were a mirror and not a magnifying glass. Before you comment, before you call, ask yourself, am I aiding in or am I fueling harm? Am I aiding in healing, or am I fueling harm? Am I aiding in healing or am I fueling harm? Am I gossiping or am I growing? See, because some would say, well, you're the one who put your business on blast in the first place. So I got the right to my opinion, which is very true. That's the problem that I have. That's the problem that you can see in all of this, is because I'm an open book. Transparency is not an invitation for interrogation. I'm going to say that one more time. Transparency is still not an invitation for interrogation. It's an offering of obedience. That's what I'm doing. I'm being obedient. I was just only being obedient. Me and my mama, my auntie said we were taking that secret to the grave, hands down. Yeah, so never worry about that. God had other plans. One of my new favorite verses. So is a way that a man may think that is right, but only God's plans shall prevail. That's in Proverbs. Okay? God is using my voice, my scars, and my story to free those who were silenced by secrecy and strangled by shame. God is using my voice, my scars, and my story to free those who were silenced by secrecy and strangled by shame. This is not rebellion. This is a story of redemption. This is not pride or haughtiness. This is purpose. I had to go through there. Take me through there. Take me through there. And I understand that now. Just so that he could bring me out and others right along with me. If that's bringing my family back to the feet of God, then I'm good with that. My struggle was for a purpose. Breaking bloodline covenants and curses all day long. Okay? I am not ashamed. I am not broken. I ain't even disqualified. I know what I am, though. I'm delivered. I'm developed. And I will, and I have, at an appointed time, reached my destiny. I'm here now. I'm walking in it. And ain't nothing, and ain't no devil in hell can do about it. So I ask you to take the D3 pledge today. To make the decision. To be disciplined. In order to reach your destiny. Let that be the focus. I love to teach. I love to heal. That's my purpose. As long as there's breath in my body, I will keep preaching the power in the text and the truth within my testimony. Because ain't no devil in hell, no family confusion, no distraction that will keep or separate me from the love or the labor of my assignment. We go to jobs every day. But I challenge you this. Ask yourself this. What is my life's work? See, there's a difference between job and work, your life work. We weren't put here to really have a job. The job was supposed to be a tool used and a resource to fulfill the assignment, the work of the source, God. So what are you using your paychecks for? Are you going to help contribute to those who just lost all their SNAP benefits? To those who, the 300,000 women who lost their jobs in DEI? What are you using your job's paycheck for to do and to sow into the kingdom? This is your boy, Prophet Maxx Major, and I declare and I decree we will no longer let this be the disconnect what God himself has destined. Now, if y'all got any questions, y'all want to talk to me, all y'all got to do is inbox me. That's all you got to do. Grace and peace to my family, my followers, to everybody who's watching, future partners in healing. I can't wait to meet y'all. I can't wait to meet y'all. I've been looking for my tribe for a long time. The best is not behind me. It's being revealed within me right now. So, that's all I needed to say. I just need to clarify. I prayed that it did not hurt anybody's feelings. I prayed that y'all questions and stuff was answered. But yeah, it's a wrap, folks. I am your boy, Maxx Major, sent on divine assignment to keep both you and I in alignment, to maximize your purpose and your potential, and to let you know that nothing is minor with God. It's always going to be major.